The Tribal Council stands with you.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6, we have just learned 16 homes have been destroyed after the White Swan fire breaks out over the weekend. Plus, a warning from the Yakima Nation about scam donation sites. Also,
Mr. Sesnolch, can you see and hear the court today, sir?
Yes.
the man at the center of an Amber Alert in Kennewick makes his first court appearance. Our Caleb Stipkovitz was inside the courtroom today. Later, the August primary is just days away. For voters in District 14, the race for position 1 is a critical decision. We hear from the candidates. Stacey?
And across our Skycam network, we've got smoky and hazy conditions with health alerts out there. I'll tell you more. The News at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
My heart grieves deeply with you. My heart goes out to those who have lost their homes, to those who have been displaced, and to everyone who has lost irreplaceable pieces of their lives. To those who are suffering right now, know that your tribal council grieves alongside you. We, the Yakima people, have faced adversity throughout our history, and our shared resolve fuels our determination to act.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this Monday. I'm Austin Reed. Wendy is on assignment. New at 6 o'clock, we have learned that 16 homes were destroyed and 24 structures have been torn down after Sunday's fire in the town of White Swan. For the people of White Swan who had to flee their homes, community support has shown up in a big way. Our very own Tyler Wargo says it was help that came when they needed it the most.
The First Baptist Church in Wapato is one of the evacuation centers which works with the Red Cross and Northwest Baptist Commission for Disaster Relief. The families that are currently sheltered are going to be expecting more resources to come their way.
We've got a shower trailer coming in that's going to go into the Hera Elementary School where the Red Cross is set up. We'll have a shower trailer there. We're going to have a portable kitchen here in case we get more people in.
There are in total 7 rooms, including a nursery for parents and children to sleep. Families who stay overnight at these shelters work on their own schedule, but breakfast is served at 7 in the morning, while lunch and dinner are served at specific times throughout the day. Richard Burnson notes that there are other options of housing than just the church.
We provide information about temporary housing that's made available by the Yakima Nation. They're providing temporary housing, and so there's different applications for that also.
The Yakima Nation Tribal Council will provide further updates regarding emergency response operations, shelter resources, and evacuation orders as conditions continue to develop. In White Swan, Tyler Wargo, Apple Valley News Now.
And we also now know the fire is 50% contained and it has scorched 901 acres. You know, the support for those who had to leave will be ongoing as people return home to check on their properties and assess any damages. A warning tonight from the Yakima Nation. Officials say there is no official GoFundMe page for the victims, and they do not want people to be scammed. The Nation says monetary donations can be made online at yakima.com. On that website, there is also information for donations of goods and services. Well, we are hearing about a cool down, but more extreme fire danger weather this week. Let's check in now with First Alert's Stacey Lee live in our weather center with more. Hi, Stacey.
Hey there. Yeah, we'll talk about the air quality to start things off. It's been smoky. We have poor air quality downwind of all of the active fires in our region, and that is not going to improve through at least Wednesday and possibly beyond that. Now, we've been tracking unhealthy air, especially for Walla Walla in Pendleton. You see red. That's unhealthy for everyone, so limit your time outside. We're at moderate air quality in the Tri-Cities, and Yakima and Ellensburg have been in the green, but the smoke track continues to bring smoke up from a lot of fires burning in central Oregon, so that's where a majority of the smoke is coming in from. 90 degrees out, feels like 86. That smoke and haze making those temperatures feel a little more comfortable tonight, but definitely not good looking air out there at all. Temperatures in the 80s and 90s right now, which are running a few degrees below the average for this time of year. The evening, though, will proceed pretty nicely. It'll be quite nice with temperatures by 11 in the 60s and the 70s. First alert weather day, again, critical fire weather once again tomorrow. So just be fire wise out there and avoid the outdoors if you have lung and heart conditions. Get ready for those gusty winds. That'll either make it worse or better tomorrow. It's kind of a wait and see. Our fire danger high and temperatures this week, though, 80s and low 90s. Not a bad finish for the month of July. August. Awesome.
Following up and new at 6 tonight, the family of a missing fisherman from Pasco is asking the community for help. On Sunday morning, family and friends met at the Ringgold Boat Launch for a prayer service. Well, shortly after, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office told them that emergency responders working the Water Follies event located the body of 29-year-old Omar Espinoza Acosta. They actually found him right near Wade Park. He was first reported missing late last week after he went out with 2 friends to fish. Fast-moving water took him under. The family has now set up a GoFundMe page to help pay for funeral expenses. Acosta leaves behind a 1-year-old daughter and wife. You can find the fundraiser link on our website, applevalley.newsnow.com. Now to a story we've been covering since you received an Amber Alert earlier this month. The suspect accused of kidnapping his 4-year-old daughter made his first court appearance this afternoon. New at 6, our Caleb Stipkovitz takes you to the courthouse and gives you an exclusive look at what the suspect said before turning himself in last week.
After missing his hearing 3 different days last week due to illness, Matthew Susmoch appeared before a judge Monday, maintaining that he believes he is innocent.
Thank you, Your Honor. The name and date of birth are correct. Waive formal reading, tender a plea of not guilty.
That not guilty plea comes after Susmoch told Apple Valley News Now in an exclusive interview that he had done nothing wrong.
We spoke to Susmoch twice the day that he turned himself in, once over the phone and once as he surrendered at a Kennewick Corrections office.
Well, right now I'm in Kennewick, getting ready to go down to the Kennewick parole office to meet with my parole officer. I was hoping to meet up with him yesterday to turn myself in, but he wasn't in the area, so I mean, it looks bad that I didn't turn myself in right away with my daughter, but when the detectives called me that day and I was in contact with them on my phone died, and I told them, hey, I'll either charge it or go to the police station. By the time I got to charge, they had SWAT at my house.
Kennewick police says that on July 18th, a caller reported that Susmoch had assaulted them before taking his daughter to his apartment complex. The caller also told police that Susmoch had access to a gun. After a SWAT team couldn't find him or his daughter at the apartments, police sent out an Amber Alert before finding his daughter safe at a home in Pasco the next morning. Susmoch says that he believes he is being misrepresented.
I've been living there for the last 6 months. I mean, I'm with my daughter every day. That it's not like it's just some child. That's my daughter that I've been raising. And we were out having a fun day, getting ready to go to the circus that night.
Authorities arrested Susmoch on several charges, including first-degree kidnapping, second-degree domestic violence assault, and felony harassment.
Susmoch's next appearance in court is set for August 12th. From Kennewick, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Caleb. Right before turning himself in, Susmoch told Apple Valley News Now that he hopes to do another interview at a later date. Stick with us as more developments come to the story. The man convicted of killing 4 University of Idaho students in 2022 wants to take back his guilty plea and go to trial, according to comments he made to the New York Times in an interview from prison. Brian Koberger filed a post-conviction relief form in Idaho courts today. He blamed his plea on false promises and wrong information. Koberger was convicted last year after he pled guilty in open court and admitted to the murders. He was sentenced to life without parole. The August primary is just days away, and for voters across Yakima, Benton, and Franklin counties, the choice in District 14 could shape the future of your communities. Tonight, we're breaking down the race for Position 1. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia sat down with all 3 candidates to find out what's driving their campaigns and why they believe they are the right choice for your vote.
Legislative District 14 stretches across 4 counties: Yakima, Benton, Franklin, and Clitita. It's a region with diverse needs, and 3 candidates are eyeing to represent them in Olympia. Incumbent Gloria Mendoza is seeking re-election, facing challengers Chelsea Dimas and William Chichinoff.
It takes time to make any change. 2 years is a start, really, in some of the things that need to change in our state. We were able to do many things in those 2 years. However, I think there's just so much more work that needs to get done.
For Chelsea Dimas, the motivation is personal.
Is really seeing the same issues I saw growing up as a young migrant child in the Yakima Valley. I grew up in Sunnyside, and, seeing a lot of people like in my family, my parents, neighbors, that continue to be dealing with a lot of issues, like housing issues.
William Chichinoff says that his path to the ballot started with conversations in his own community.
I keep making speeches, I keep proposing, and then finally everyone's like, why don't you just run for office? And I was like, man, I'd never even thought about doing that. That's crazy. And then my kids were like, Dad, you really should. You have solutions. Like, you're actually, people are like really talking about you, around town, my social medias, everything. So I'm like, you know what, I'll try.
The candidates also face a critical question: how to combat the drug epidemic affecting our neighborhoods.
Our people really need to be given the opportunity to recover. They need to be brought into treatment centers, and we need to have people that actually care enough to help them recover.
How do we bring more funding and resources to make smart investments to combat this crisis? And I think that looks like a combination of things. That looks like investing in mental health services, in recovery and addiction services. It looks like starting a lot of this education from early on in schools.
Like I've been saying, by proposing and getting secure stabilization wards and not releasing people that are still on opioids, by giving detox inside of our jails.
Transparency is another key issue for voters. Gloria Mendoza says she plans to continue sharing information in both English and Spanish. Chelsea Dimas and William Chichinoff both emphasize their commitment to keeping the people they served informed to the best of their ability. Reporting for Apple Valley News Now, I'm Monique Garcia.
To learn more about each candidate and their qualifications, head to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Still ahead, a message from the Boys and Girls Club of the Tri-Cities about after-school club sign-ups. Plus, we are recapping Water Follies Action 2026, from the races to how law enforcement handled the crowds. And Stacy returns with your full First Alert forecast. Will we get a break from bad air? But first, here is your reason to smile, brought to you by Lifetime Dental. Thank you, Mark Stevenson, for this picture. Get your photo on TV. Just scan that QR code. We'll be right back.
Our Valley's pride is everywhere you look.
When people give through the Yakima Valley Community Foundation, they are investing in our future leadership and our continued prosperity.
Support from the foundation helps local organizations serve our neighbors and strengthen the place we call home. It helps us hold on to what makes this valley special. When people invest locally, organizations like ours can keep showing up for our neighbors.
The Yakima Valley Community Foundation supports organizations that honor our cultures, care for our neighbors, and strengthen the places we call home. From main streets to gathering places, pride runs through this valley. When generosity stays local, communities grow stronger. That's what helps our valley thrive.
Together, we can strengthen the Yakima Valley by taking local generosity and turning it into lasting impact.
Today, tomorrow, together.
Hey, Kevin, let's show them how it's done in Philly.
Yo, you's got it. This new Philly-style bonus Jack combo has grilled peppers and onions, fries, and a drink for only $5.49. Yo, Jack, hook me up with some jibbies.
Family. Get my new Philly Munchie Meal with new jibbies.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Ready, set, summer. With the Honda Summer Event. With available features like all-terrain tires, off-road tuned suspension, and Trail Watch. Honda has all you need to get summer ready as the most fuel-efficient full-line automaker in America. Right now, you can get a 1.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline.
Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2026 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2026 inventory. Deep discounts. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
They said Bigfoot don't get tired. Tell that to my knees after 20 years of ruck marches and VA-issued junk. Rolling recon style now, thanks to Wheelchairs for Warriors.
This chair's got attitude, just like my knees, only in the opposite direction.
This ain't charity. It's support fire for the home front.
Yeti out! Stay frosty, civilians!
Welcome back, everybody. New at 6. If you are looking to sign up your children for the after-school program with the Boys and Girls Club this school year in the Tri-Cities, listen up. Registration for the 2026-2027 school year opens up online tomorrow morning. And if you need assistance in person, staff will be able to help you tomorrow from 5:30 until 8 p.m. at the Kennewick location on 7th Place. Officials say spots fill up very fast, so make sure to sign up ASAP. Washington State Patrol says one of the Tri-Cities' busiest weekends ended without a single fatal crash, but troopers still made a sharp increase in DUI arrests during the event. State troopers, aviation units, motorcycle officers, and extra patrols from across the state saturated Benton and Franklin counties during Water Follies weekend. WSP's data shows 19 DUI arrests, nearly triple last year's 7. Troopers also investigated 14 crashes, up from 9 in 2025, while speed stops decreased, seatbelt and distracted driving enforcement increased.
We are ecstatic to announce to our community members that we did not have to investigate a vehicular assault or a vehicular homicide. Even better, in our community here of the Tri-Cities, we didn't lose a single driver due to a collision or DUI collision over the weekend.
Trooper Mosqueda says they will use what they learned during the weekend to help plan future enforcement across the area while continuing to encourage drivers to plan ahead and never get behind the wheel impaired. And as the Water Follies finished out their annual boat races this weekend, a legendary driver swept the competition. Jake Gable has more on the races.
The 61st annual Tri-City Water Follies finished on Sunday. The races offered both familiar drivers and a new race format. Under the new format, every race matters, with points being tallied up during the weekend. Higher point totals determine heat placement, lane selections, and advancement into the finals. Jimmy Shane led the way in points heading into the Columbia Cup Championship race. Choosing lane 1, he came in first and swept the race weekend.
26 Apollo Columbia Cup, Jimmy Shane.
Shane made his return to the Columbia River after taking the past 4 years off to spend more time with his family.
I'll be totally honest with you, I was still pretty reluctant to come back to get in the boat. What really did it for me was our new sponsor, Bruce Ratchford and Apollo Mechanical. Bruce was relentless. Bruce was on the phone. He said, I don't want anybody else. I want you to come back and drive one of my boats.
The victory gives Shane his 27th career race win. Since his return, Shane has won both races he has competed in. winning the Gold Cup earlier in July. Race format and air show debuts means the 6-decade tradition of the Water Follies still continue to evolve every year. In Kennewick, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
And the event organizers at the Water Follies have completed their week-long tradition. Organizers say they are already planning for next year's races.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And happy Monday. We start out under a cloud of smoke once again in our region with varying degrees of air quality. You can see the smoke and haze here in the Atanum Ridge Skycam in Yakima. 90 degrees outside. Humidity at 20%, but our feels like temp is 86 degrees, again, due to the smoke and the haze. Temperatures are fairly warm this evening. Some of us already down in the 80s. And again, these temperatures are running 4 or 5 degrees below average for this time of year. We do have smoke alerts in place now through Wednesday and may even get extended beyond that until we can get a handle, especially on those Umatilla County fires. There's lots of big active fires burning in central Oregon, and we've had a westerly or southwesterly flow of air that's been bringing in the poor air quality. As you can see, Hermiston right now in the red. We're in the red just south of Tollgate, I-84, a new fire reported out that way. And we've had this yellow, which is, again, unhealthy it's moderate. Unhealthy for the orange, and then the red is very unhealthy. So limit your time outdoors in the Pendleton and Hermiston areas this evening. We're going to continue to see that smoke and haze kind of linger in the area, especially here in our foothills and out towards Tollgate, Cabbage Hill, and the mountains that way with those big fires burning in that direction. So hopefully we'll see a little bit of relief. We are going to see gusty winds beginning tomorrow, so that's either going to help or hurt us. We'll kind of wait and see. Overnight lows tonight down in the 50s and the 60s, so pretty pleasant. Now, we do have a first alert weather day due to those strong gusty winds and that critically dry vegetation. Warm temperatures, again, we're right in the middle here, right above average, and it's a little bit cooler on the west side of the state than normal for this time of year as well. And we'll continue to see that cool front moving into our area. Here's what those gusty peak winds are looking like. Ellensburg, Yakima, and Tri-Cities very windy, as well as Hermiston and down the Columbia River Gorge. So breezy winds and temperatures in the 70s and 80s in the Kittitas Valley. Winds up to 35 miles an hour there tomorrow. 80s to low 90s in the Yakima Valley. Again, look for a little smoke and haze in the region due to locally burning fires. And we'll see 80s and 90s here in the Columbia Basin, with once again hazy, smoky skies. 80s and 90s for the foothills of the Blues, with the lower 90s and the upper and middle 80s. 7-day planner alert day tomorrow due to the gusty winds. Temperatures, though, pleasant. Look at that. We're seeing in the 80s through Thursday in the Ellensburg area, and then a little bit cooler getting into next week. All right, Yakima also seeing those 80s and 90s. 95 on Friday being the warmest day of the week, with a possible alert day on Saturday, once again due to the dry conditions and gusty winds. Temperatures staying in the 90s for the next 5 days in the Tri-Cities, a little bit cooler starting out next week. And by the way, August 1st is coming up on Saturday. So the new month of August will start on the cool side for this time of year. Hermiston going to be in the 80s and 90s, with overnight lows being pretty comfortable, 50s and 60s. Walla Walla also looking at an advisory tomorrow, not only for fire, but the smoke again is kind of hovering, lingering around those Blue Mountains. So wish I had better news on the smoke front.
At least we're cooling down.
At least it's not, blazing hot and smoky.
Exactly.
That'd be bad.
All right, coming up next here on the news at 6.
Sprint all the way up to the top, climb over, run, and do a backflip off.
2 base jumpers jump off the Space Needle in Seattle. More of the video that's going viral right after this.
Where you been, Hank?
Little field research. Check this out.
Looks like America is loving Ford quality.
Yeah, and J.D. Power backs it up.
Great deals.
Crazy good capability.
America, this is what summer's all about.
For 50 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
The clock is ticking. Walker's Furniture and Mattress must make room for the biggest furniture delivery of the year.
Which means hundreds of items have to go immediately. Save up to 70% off floor models, closeouts, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
New collections are already arriving and we need space. But once these incredible deals are gone, they're gone for good. Shop now and pay over time with special financing for 5 years with no money down.
During the inventory reduction sale this week at Walker's.
Hi, I'm Jane Seymour, and I spent years on TV playing a doctor. But I learned about the heartbreaking reality of heart disease and stroke when they touched my own life. My father was a surgeon, and it was a huge shock to us when he had heart disease. And my mom, who was my inspiration, suffered a stroke that took away her speech, her ability to move, and ultimately her life. It was devastating, and also a wake-up call. Heart disease is America's #1 killer and the #1 killer of women. And the American Heart Association is doing everything it can to change that. With the medical community, with research, with education, and with treatments in hospitals. That's why I'm so passionate about working with the American Heart Association. Learn more about the American Heart Association's life-saving work at helpheart.org. Thank you.
For 250 years, America has been more than a place. It's been a promise, a story of courage, hope, and dreams. And through it all, local TV and radio broadcasters have been there, telling the story of America, bringing truth to light. From every city street to every country road. And each generation, broadcasters tell the story of who we are and who we aspire to be. We are America's storytellers. We are broadcasters.
Where you been, Hank?
Little field research. Check this out.
Looks like America is loving Ford quality.
Yeah, and J.D. Power backs it up.
Great deals.
Crazy good capability.
America, this is what summer's all about.
Police in Seattle are searching for 2 base jumpers who stunned witnesses by leaping from the observation deck of the Space Needle. Yeah, the 2 men climbed over the glass barrier at the top of the Space Needle Friday night and jumped. Cops say they bought tickets and scanned in just before 9 o'clock. Security cameras caught them scoping things out on the deck beforehand. Neither man has been found. Police say they face criminal trespassing charges. Security footage is also being reviewed in hopes of identifying the 2 guys. Admittedly, TSA officers confiscate a lot of strange items from people checking in at airports, but officers say they've never seen anything like what they confiscated earlier this month at Gulf Shores International Airport in southern Alabama. A TSA officer noticed something strange in a checked bag, an item he thought was a medicine ball. Turns out they were 5 small cannonballs stolen from Fort Morgan. Airport officials worried they could contain explosives, but turns out they were not active. The sheriff's office confiscated the cannonballs and returned them to the fort. The passengers carrying the cannonballs told authorities that they had no idea how they were stolen. All right, coming up in our 6:30 half hour, why Senator Patty Murray is asking the Department of Defense to handle PFAS at the Yakima Training Center better. We'll be right back.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Ready, set, summer. With the Honda Summer Event. With available features like all-terrain tires, off-road tuned suspension, and Trail Watch. Honda has all you need to get summer ready as the most fuel-efficient full-line automaker in America. Right now, you can get a 2.49% APR on a 2026 CR-V. Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
The clock is ticking. Walker's Furniture and Mattress must make room for the biggest furniture delivery of the year.
Which means hundreds of items have to go immediately. Save up to 70% off floor models, closeouts, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
New collections are already arriving and we need space, but once these incredible deals are gone, they're gone for good. Shop now and pay over time with special financing for 5 years with no money down.
During the inventory reduction sale this week at Walker's.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and awarding their charities $1,000 each. If you know someone in Benton and Franklin counties who's making a difference and going that extra mile to make our communities better, please let us know. Click on Volunteers Count on the contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com for the STCU Volunteers Count nomination form. Volunteers Count from STCU and Apple Valley News Now.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and 1 day only. New 2026 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Zoe Salas on Good Morning Northwest.
I'm originally from Shelton, Washington, actually, so I'm super excited to be able to explore this side of Washington. I love the state and I would love to take what I learned from college and bring it back to my home state. And so far, everyone has been super welcoming that I've met just out and about, and it's been really great to see like how everyone talks about their community here.
Join Zoe and Josh every morning on Good Morning Northwest on Apple Valley News Now.
Right now on the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m., the College Place School District is preparing for a new field house which will serve the community. Our William Albert has tonight's new information. Plus, new at 6:30, a big donation from one Kiwanis Club, new coloring books. The news continues now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Good evening, everybody. Austin Reed with you. Wendy is off tonight, but First Alert Stacy Lee is here, and we are going to see a cool down.
A little bit of a cool down. We're going to call it temperature slightly below average for this time of year. How about that? Still warm, though. Smoke is the big story, of course. We've had smoke and haze in the air for, well, I don't know, a couple weeks now, it seems like, with all of the active wildfires in our area. Definitely impacting our air tonight. We're in the very unhealthy zone in Hermiston, Pendleton, Cabbage Hill, this entire area, and then purple is even hazardous. So very poor air quality to the south of Tri-Cities tonight. Definitely limit your time from being outside. And again, this flow of air bringing all the smoke and haze up from fires burning down in the Central Oregon area. So live look outside. This is actually Yakima, not Tri-Cities. It is warm and it is hazy there on the Atanum Ridge. 90 degrees in Yakima this evening, 85 in Hermiston, 87 in Walla Walla. Planning your evening out, temperatures stay pretty warm, although it feels a little cooler because the smoke and the haze blocking that sunshine out. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s by 11 o'clock. First alert weather day tomorrow. Once again, critically dry vegetation, strong gusty winds. All the components are there for rapid fire spread, so be fire wise. The good news is our temperatures on the cooler side for this last week of July, upper 80s and low 90s. So enjoy that at least if you can. All right, Austin.
All right, Stacy, we'll see you in just a bit. Hey, the College Place School District is getting closer to finishing a project that leaders say will give both students and the community more space for physical activities. New at 6:30, our William Albert spoke with the district about how its Field House project has taken shape.
The College Place School District is getting ready to complete its long-awaited field house. The project, which has been nearly 5 years in the making, started after district leaders looked for a way to add restrooms, storage, and other utilities to their existing athletic complex. As construction costs continue to rise, officials say building a multi-purpose facility would provide more value for students, athletes, and the community.
Our board president at the time, Mandy Thompson, said, you know, maybe we should look at doing a facility of some sort. So that kind of led us down that road, and it was about 18 months ago that the board approved us to pursue building an indoor facility.
Fry says the field house was designed to meet a variety of needs. Besides providing practice space for athletic teams and cheer, the building can be reconfigured to support multiple sports.
It's 10,000 square feet of indoor, 2 full basketball courts. It'll host 3 full volleyball courts. We'll actually be able to drop a dividing curtain and have, batting cages in there.
Fry says the building will also serve students during the day, giving physical education classes and STEM programs a dedicated indoor space for activities that aren't always possible outside.
It could be used for PE. It could be actually used for our STEM activities. We do some drone flying stuff. They can actually fly indoors.
College Place School District officials tell me that this field house project will both benefit students as well as the broader community. However, they tell me that this project wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for smart financial planning, which they tell me all started years ago.
And so all in, this project's about $2.7 million, but it will not cost an extra penny to anyone in our tax base. And so the benefits to this, to our community will be community use for decades to come.
District leaders said the new field house will help expand opportunities for students while also providing a space the community can use for years to come. In College Place, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
William, thank you. District officials say they expect the field house to be open and operational in early September, just after the start of the new school year. Other news tonight, Washington Senator Patty Murray has sent out a letter to the U.S. Department of Defense about delaying planned investigations and mediation efforts for PFAS, also known as forever chemicals, at sites like the Yakima Training Center. In the letter, Murray requested a briefing by August 21st, explaining the delays and plans to protect military bases, including the Yakima Training Center and Joint Base Lewis McChord. She has also pressed DoD to get answers about the delayed cleanup timeline, funding, and communication. She says the delays will affect sites in 42 states across the nation and says Yakima Training Center will be delayed by 13.5 years and Joint Base Lewis McChord will be delayed by 17 years. Kennewick police recovered multiple stolen vehicles after responding to a home in the 2400 block of South Bunton Street. KPD got information from Newburgh Police Department in Oregon about 2 vehicles that were stolen overnight on July 25th from a dealership. After officers got to the house, they found multiple vehicles, most of them with swapped license plates, along with parts and tools used to steal cars. Police booked Jeffrey Nieto Lopez into the Benton County Jail on a charge of stolen vehicle and trafficking stolen property. Back to Walla Walla County we go, and new at 6:30, summer can be one of the busiest times of the year for emergency responders, and that includes the people answering the phone when someone calls for help. Westcom, the Walla Walla Emergency Services Communication Center, says summer often brings an increase in emergency and non-emergency calls as hotter weather, wildfires, traffic accidents, and other incidents keep dispatchers very busy. Officials say while the center is fully staffed, dispatchers are often responsible for answering multiple calls at the same time while also making sure the right emergency crews are sent where they are needed.
We answer all 911 calls and all non-emergency calls. We take an average about 7,000 calls a month, which is pretty significant for our community.
Westcom officials say they are continuing to look at long-term ways to support their growing workload as they look at potential facility and technology improvements. Also new at 6:30 tonight, coloring books donated to Kadlec Hospital in Richland were dropped off today by the Tri-Cities Industry Kiwanis Club. The 150 coloring books are going to the Pediatric Center at the Medical Center. Tri-Cities Industry Kiwanis partnered with Jefferson Elementary School to create the books. The designs inside were actually created by 4th and 5th grade students for kids at the hospital.
For kids that come into the hospital here at Kadlec, it's a world that's mostly built for adults. So when we're able to offer something that's kid-friendly, like a coloring book and some crayons, it goes a long ways to help kids feel like they have a little bit of normalcy in this world that doesn't feel so normal. So it often brings a lot of joy.
Both pediatric patients as well as children at the hospital, while their loved ones are treated, will use the books. Also donated were stickers and get well cards. Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now live at 6:30, a new statue is now in downtown Pasco. We'll tell you why it's such a big deal and who it represents. Plus, Stacy returns with your full First Alert weather forecast. A little bit of a cool down is on the way. She's talking about that next.
World class. At Shriners Children's, we're the largest network of pediatric orthopedic specialists in America, with access to the best doctors and procedures for everything from common to complex conditions. We're doing things no one else does, like leading today's research to shape tomorrow's care, redefining what kids needing care can do, and providing a world-class standard of care for empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
An official message from Medicare about fraud.
You know, my Medicare statement said I got a knee brace. The last I checked, I don't need a knee brace.
Hi, I'm calling to verify your Medicare number.
I'm going to hang up now.
Oh, a free gift from my Medicare number.
Dad.
Come on. I know this is fraud.
Let's get wise to scammers trying to steal from our Medicare.
Learn more at medicare.gov/fraud.
Or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Man, I love this place. But when my dry AMD progressed to geographic atrophy, or GA, I was worried I'd be seeing less of it. My retina specialist told me that Izervay protects healthy retinal cells longer and is proven to slow GA.
Slow it down, get GA going slower.
Which could help me see what I love for longer.
Izervay, get GA going slower.
Izervay is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam.
With Izervay, I'm taking action to slow my GA, and seeing him out there means everything to me.
Ask your retina specialist how you could help preserve your vision longer with Izervay.
Why are all these bugs in here? I just cleaned the house. I need a Zevo. I'm plugging in my Zevo 'cause it's parties tonight. It's gonna be strong, putting bugs in the past 'cause it traps with blue UV light. I need a
Zevo is 5 times more attractive to flies, working 24/7 to kill 99.9% of bugs trapped, with no odor and no mess.
We got a Zevo.
The temperature's hot, and so are the deals during the July celebration. Now at Overturf Kia in Pasco, a great selection of hybrid vehicles, including Sportage, Sorento, as well as Telluride, are in stock and ready for summer adventures. Test drive a 2026 Kia Sorento EX Hybrid with advanced safety features with an EPA combined fuel economy rating of 34 mpg. Priced at just $38,733. Overturf Kia, just south of Highway I-182 at the Road 100 Broadmoor Boulevard exit on St. Thomas Drive in Pasco.
Yep, just got back from Philly with the goods. Chopped and seasoned shaved steak, grilled onions, grilled peppers, melty Swiss-style cheese, all on a bakery soft hoagie roll. No one suspects a thing. Try my new Philly cheesesteak combo before it's too late.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
And we appreciate you staying with us. The city of Pasco is celebrating a new addition to downtown. The city, over the weekend, unveiled its Peanuts Park statue, which is who the park is named after. The city says he was a beloved Pasco resident, railroad worker, and a friend to generations of children.
This statue is actually Navarro Peanuts, as his nickname, Fukuda. And he is a well-known historical figure here in Pasco. And so this statue represents bringing the historical with the namesake of this park.
When it comes to great communities, they tend to preserve buildings, but I think it's better when they start preserving the life and legacy of the individuals that make the community great.
The city held the big celebration over the weekend. You can now visit the statue at Peanuts Park in downtown.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, let's dig into this final week of July. Can you believe it? August almost here. Live look out in Ellensburg. Getting ready for that big rodeo soon. Look at some ponies out practicing tonight. 85 degrees. Ellensburg, I actually could see some blue skies there, so air quality not quite as bad there. Your feels like, though, is 82, so definitely a much cooler feeling. Winds are light from the north at 3 miles per hour. So when you head closer to Tri-Cities and Yakima, temperatures a little bit warmer here tonight, 87 in Walla Walla. We are tracking active wildfire smoke impacting our air quality all through the region. And this alert now is in place through Wednesday. It could extend beyond that, but count on another 48 hours or so of poor air quality. We're at marginal stages here in the yellow for Tri-Cities, Hanford, Sunnyside. Looking better towards Yakima and Ellensburg, but take a look at Hermiston, Pendleton, and beyond. It is unhealthy air quality there tonight. So try to limit your time outdoors in those regions, slightly unhealthy and moderate for the Tri-Cities. Let's take a look at our futurecast. We're going to continue to see the air, especially right around here where those fires are burning in Umatilla County. But we'll see, different chances of moderate to unhealthy air through the region. But again, to the south, that's where it is the worst for us tonight. And again, limit your time outdoors in Hermiston, Pendleton area tonight. Overnight lows down in the 50s and 60s, so pretty comfortable as far as our temperatures go. But kick up that wind tomorrow. We have another alert day in place for critical fire weather, dry vegetation, along with those strong gusty winds, and temperatures still, warm, a little cooler on the west side. We're kind of right in the middle of being just a little bit below average and average for this time of year. But these are what our winds are going to be peaking at tomorrow afternoon. Taking a look, though, city by city or zone by zone, we're going to see 35-mile-an-hour gusts possible here in the Kittitas Valley. Temperatures 81 for Ellensburg tomorrow. Union Gap 89, 90 in Grandview, 88 for Yakima with hazy conditions. Tri-Cities similar to the Yakima Valley, a little bit warmer, about 91 Tri-Cities, 93 Benton City. Winds from the southwest at 25 miles per hour. And the foothills of the Blues will also see breezy to gusty winds, again with poor air quality, especially here in Pilot Rock, Pendleton, Heppner, Hermiston. Those areas are being impacted tonight. All right, so we're going to stay in the 80s, pretty comfortable, slightly below the average for temperatures in Ellensburg. We're keeping our eyes peeled for Saturday, where once again we could see strong gusty winds, and you can see why. We have another cold front pushing in late Saturday into Sunday. Temperatures go from the 90s to the 80s in Yakima over the weekend. Saturday, August 1st, 95 in the Tri-Cities, and then we'll see temperatures dropping into the 80s for the first part of next week. Hermiston also looking at 80 and 90 degree temperatures, watching Saturday for the breezy to gusty winds, and yes, a little bit smoky and hazy for Walla Walla. And again, air quality not good tonight in Pendleton and Hermiston. So yep, don't be outside in that.
No, it's gross.
It's gross.
Yep. And dangerous for some.
And dangerous,
so,
correct.
All right, coming up next here on the news at 6:30, if you need a new Halloween costume, we have a fresh idea for you. That's next in Trending.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back.
Break away to what's possible with Tremfya.
The only IL-23 blocker for Crohn's and UC to offer self-administration from the start.
Tremfya can help with symptom relief as early as 4 weeks, remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and 2 years.
Some had visible repair of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Break away with Tremfya.
Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
I got my glow back with a body wash. Olay Super Serum has 5+ powerful ingredients that shower my skin in luminosity after just one use. And lock in that luminous look with Super Serum Body Lotion. Love the skin you're in. Olay Super Serum Body Wash and Lotion.
60% of women experience leaks with bladder protection pads. Try Always Discreet. It locks leaks in seconds to keep you drier and bunches 25% less often than Poise. Try Always Discreet. It's designed to protect.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Our valley is resilient because people care about each other.
The Yakima Valley Community Foundation exists to make giving smarter easier and impact greater for everyone who calls this community home. We bring together donors, nonprofits, and neighbors with the goal that every corner of the Yakima Valley has the resources needed to thrive.
We wanted our giving to stay local because we can see the difference that it makes. This valley has always depended on the resilience and the gifts of the people around it. We're kind of an isolated area in eastern Washington. The people that are here need to be taking care of each other and cooperating and giving back. And that's what I appreciate about the Yakima Valley Community Foundation. It's a place that helps inspire people to take care of this valley, of the people in it, and that's why I support it.
Together, we can make our valley thrive.
Hello to all our viewers in the Pacific Northwest. This is your special invitation to watch Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now, KView, Channel 42, and CAP, Channel 35.
All right, we are back now with What's Trending. Petco is unveiling its 2026 Halloween lineup.
That's right. New this year is a costume to make a fur baby look like a fur grandma. The chain is also bringing back its taco, dragon, shark, and bat outfits, among others. They're for dogs, cats, and other small furry friends. That's funny.
What do you think?
I already have 2 old lady dogs. They already look like grandmas.
They already, yeah. So I guess
we could dress the puppy Sunday up.
There you go. That would be kind of cool.
Anyway.
It's funny that we're already talking about Halloween.
All the stuff's out in the
July.
store. Go shopping. It's already out.
Is it real?
Halloween's out already.
Earlier and earlier every year.
Yeah.
All right, take a look at this unveiling in Chicago over the weekend. It's at the city's Chinatown Summer Fair.
That's right. This massive fish ball could be the largest in recorded history. Its makers are trying to set a new Guinness World Record. They say the fish ball is about 800 pounds, and that number would beat out the current title holder. The new creation has an environmental twist in that it's made of invasive carp.
Okay. Fish ball.
Must be a thing.
Must be a thing, yeah.
Doesn't sound very good.
No. Mm-mm.
No.
All right, weird.
We'll pass.
We'll pass on that. All right, what's coming up in weather?
That's right. Stay with us. One final look at what you can expect this week in your weather forecast.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Don't be worried or overwhelmed with moving into a retirement home. Piper Barton is your turnkey resource for premier 55-plus communities. From repairs and packing to prepping, listing, and selling your current home, all managed with white glove care. Piper Barton delivers quality resources and smooth timelines. You can expect discretion, clarity, and results from start to sold. Sit down and have a simple conversation with Piper Barton about next steps today.
Ready to shake up your dining experience? Legends Casino Hotel has something for every taste. At Lucky Shots Coffee Bar, it's more than just coffee. Frothy lattes, bold espressos, hearty sandwiches, desserts, and more. Lucky Shots has a winning hand of flavors any time of the day. Join us for our full-service menu, or dive into our legendary seafood buffet every Thursday, including our amazing salad bar. All you can eat for only $49. Explore the newly updated food court with so many choices to satisfy your craving. At Fortune's, savor a customized crab boil fit for a king, queen, or joker with all the extras. Try the crab boil with one of our specialty sauces. Big enough to share, but don't be slow with your fork. This is good eating. Burger lovers, head to Legendary Burgers. Try the Mount Adams or go classic with fries and a Huckleberry shake. Craving pizza, pasta, and more? Creations has you covered. And after that custom-made pizza pie, don't forget dessert. You just gotta try our house-made cannoli. For authentic Mexican-style cooking, Madre's Mexican Kitchen is a must. With fresh homemade tortillas and savory sauces, you will not be disappointed. Try our enchiladas, street tacos, or something new to you. Madre's is sure to bring it home. Whether you're here to dine or unwind, Legends Casino Hotel has a world of exciting flavors waiting for you. Bring your appetite, your friends and family, and let the culinary journey begin.
Ready, set, summer. With the Honda Summer Event. With available features like all-terrain tires, off-road tuned suspension, and Trail Watch. Honda has all you need to get summer ready as the most fuel-efficient full-line automaker in America. Right now, you can get a 2.49% APR on a 2026 CR-V.
No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
And welcome back. So, yep, another smoky, hazy week. The good news as we round out the month of July, temperatures are floating a little bit below normal for this time of year. Unfortunately, we're having, and I'm not going to quote it, but I've been reading a lot about our fires. This is probably one of the worst fire seasons for Eastern Washington, specifically our area.
Ever.
So far. I mean, yeah. Some stuff I've been reading about, so it's not been good. And of course, we had very low snowpack, as we know, and very dry conditions. So hopefully we get a turnaround this fall and winter, a little far out to say. But let's take a look at your top weather stories. Again, we have an alert day for tomorrow due to critically dry vegetation, plus our gusty winds are picking back up. Smoke and air, bad air quality, especially tonight. Pendleton, Hermiston, you folks need to stay indoors. The smoke's really bad. Air quality is terrible in your area tonight, and temperatures are going to be a little nicer in the upper 80s and lower 90s. Overall tonight, though, look at that. We're going to be in the 50s and 60s, so we get a nice cool down, which is nice, little break from the heat outside. And then taking a look at tomorrow, temperatures in the 80s. Wow, unusual to see that as we round out July. Those gusty winds, though, on the right, that is what's triggering an alert day for fire danger. And real quick, a sneak peek at Wednesday. Again, temperatures a little bit lower than normal. So there you go.
We will see you at 11. That does it for us. Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night.